read the scriptures, and if you have a perfect understanding of the scriptures, there are three classes of men that are upon the earth. You have the sons of God, which are the Israelites, which go back to the Adamites. Then you have the sons of men, which are the other nations, right? And then you have the sons of the wicked, which is the so-called white man.
Right, exactly.
That's what the Lord said, that the third part
Third
of men.
part of men. Now you know what the third part of man is talking about. Go on.
Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
Right, that's why the elder just said double. You're going to get double. Everything that you did to us, white boy, we're going to do it back to you, and then some. Double. All right? Go on.
In the cup which she had filled to her double. So that don't hold back.
Right, we're going to get loose on you devils, man. Double. Go on.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Right, that's America, man.
Yeah.
Since 1776 up until now, America's lived deliciously. All right? And you supposed to, you claim that you built your kingdom on in God we trust. What God were you talking about? All right? Because you broke every law that the one you call God set up. All right? In God we trust. That's a damn lie. Yeah, the God that you trusted in, we found out what God that was. That's the God of Satan. The God of lies. Right. All right? Matter of fact, this guy, what's his name? The Masonic...
Albert Pike.
Yeah, Albert Pike said the phrase, in God we trust. The God they trust in is Satan. He spilled the beans, so to speak. Albert Pike. All right? Which was another giant devil.
Yeah. Jupiter.
Yeah, right, Jupiter.
That's another
right,
one.
Right, that saying, I know it coeptus, novus ordo seclorum, that was an incantation to Jupiter. We found that out.
Which was basically a prayer that you devil said to make your enterprise to be prosperous through Satan.
Yeah, to ask Jupiter, which Jupiter is that statue that you see in the Vatican City, which that big gorilla comfy thought is St. Peter. Fucking bozo.
Jackass.
That was, dickhead. That was Jupiter, man. And that incantation on the back of the dollar bill, Novus Ordo Seclorum, I know it coeptus, that was an incantation to Jupiter.
Yeah.
All right?
Right, because that's how the international bankers get their power from. They get their power from the left-hand side.
Right.
So they got to pray to the demons. They got to pray to these heavenly planets up in the air, because they don't get their power from. I mean, they do get their power from the Most High on the left-hand side, but that's the way they have to go to get their power. They have to pray to these different gods, so-called gods in the heavens.
Yeah, it's channeled. Yeah, it's channeled through these different gods like
demons.
Baphomet.
Yeah.
And Molech,
the Queen of Heaven.
The Queen of Heaven. Go on.
That's why they're so heavy on that Mary, that virgin birth, because that's part of their power structure. It says, verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall... Right,
these so-called Americans believe that America is not going to be touched by any kind of major war. No, that's what that means, no matter how wicked that they are. That's the mentality of the so-called average American. Well, God bless America. God is with America. You're going to find out very soon that the one you call God is not with America. And he never blessed America. Go on.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning.
Right, the plague is talking about the nuclear destruction. Death and mourning.
In one day.
In one day. Like we said, you just read it earlier, a particular hour,
a particular day,
a particular day,
or
a particular week, or a particular month, or a particular year.
That's right.
All right, go on.
Therefore shall the plagues come in one day.
Right, in one day, man. In one day, all what you international bankers labored for, all of that is going to evaporate in one day.
Right.
Just like steam. Now you see it.
Now you don't.
Now you don't.
Right. Just like in Egypt, before the Lord brought the Egyptians down, the Lord caused all types of plagues to be brought upon the land of Egypt. But the Most High didn't just have the plagues come upon the land of Egypt. He used Moses and Aaron to go and proclaim these things before the king of Egypt, which was the Pharaoh. Then after the Most High caused the king of Egypt to hear all these decrees that were determined upon the land of Egypt, then he caused those things to happen. Same thing right now. For the longest, beginning with the Elder Tahar, and even before the Elder Tahar, going back to Rabbi Abba Bivens and the rest of the men, righteous men that have taught this word, these proclamations and these prophecies have been being proclaimed for the longest, and now we're at the time now where they're going to be fulfilled, just like during the time of Egypt.
Yep. Same. Yep.
So it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Right, death, mourning, and famine, like the H1N1, that's going to escalate.
Yep.
All right.
They still got that out there.
It's still out there. Don't believe the media and say, "Oh, well, we got it under wraps." It ain't got nothing under wraps. That thing is going to escalate. All right. The H1N1, the swine flu, the different diseases, disease warfare. That's all part of the mourning. And then it says death. Then, oh, wait a minute. Obama sent 30,000 troops.
Yeah,
over
at
there.
the beginning of this year. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
at the beginning of this year, that's all part of the mourning. Don't look for them boys. When them boys leave, them boys are leaving to their death, right?
If they come back, they're coming back in
If
the body bag.
Yeah, right, exactly. If they come back, they're coming back
home in a body bag.
coming home in a body bag, exactly.
Yep.
All right, go on.
For strong is the Lord, the Most High power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Right, and that's talking about all the other nations that have made treaties with America. When they see America destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, they're going to lose it, man. They're going to weep and they're going to wail. And they're going to see it through what? The medium of television.
That's right.
Because you're going to have, what do you call it, the satellite dishes that broadcast. They're going to be broadcasting pictures of America on fire live to other parts of the world.
Right.
That's how they're going to see it.
Right.
All right? Yeah.
Yeah, because the so-called white man has those satellites up in the heavens, right? Which, when the Lord comes, he's going to have us to be delivered up into the heavens, right? So if we go up into the heavens, the satellites up there, they're going to still be in operation and broadcasting what's happening here on the earth.
Yeah, the Lord is going to allow those satellites to be there. All right, so the other parts of the world, they can see pictures of America being destroyed. All right?
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Right, it says standing afar off. They're going to be in their different countries, and they're going to get the TV image of America being destroyed.
That's right.
All right, go on.
It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk, and scarlet and all the ironwood, and all manner of vessels, ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble.
Right, because that's what America is. Like we said earlier, America ain't nothing but a giant mall. And that mall is going to be closed. All right, all the other nations, they make the majority of the money that they make it here in America. Because America, they're the greatest consumers, or Americans, they're the greatest consumers on the planet Earth.
Right. And that's why these other nations, they're going to be crying, because they're not going to be crying because America's destroyed. They're going to be crying because they can't sell their merchandise anymore. Right. And that's the main reason why, as of right now, all nations on the planet are sending their merchandise here to America, and the American people are buying it. The main corporations here in America that do certain productions have gone overseas to these other nations so that they can get cheaper labor to sell their items here in America and make more money. And that's why this infrastructure in America is falling apart, because no longer are people buying American-made stuff. because the stuff that they're buying is stuff that's being made overseas. And that's one of the reasons that this whole thing is being destroyed. But you know what? It's all the Most High that's destroying this place, because the Most High has a plan for this place. And one of the things that the Lord has for this place is to be brought down to a lower state before He destroys them.
Yep.
You know, because of the fact that we're at that time now. It says, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
Right. Notice it says and slaves, because this is the place of slavery.
Right.
All right. The word America means what? Bitter.
Yeah.
All right. This was the place that we were brought to as slaves.
Yeah.
So notice it says and slaves and souls of men. You got a lot of people that sell their soul, especially of our people, to have the goodies, the so-called goodies of America.
Right.
All right. Souls of men.
Right. Just to enjoy.
Just to enjoy the so-called American dream. They sold their soul just to enjoy the so-called American dream.
Yep.
All right. All of this is right here in this place.
It says, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after and departed from thee. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly and have departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
Right. So with that's been our lesson. And like, you know, every week, basically, we come and we bring this lesson, and we're going to do it until America is out of here, destroyed. Because that's our mission, all right?
No rest.
Well, pursuant to Isaiah, the 62nd chapter, it says, give them no rest. So with that, we say shalom, death to America, and death to you two-thirds.
And before you close out, is anybody...
Right, is anybody...
anything interesting?
Son of Sounds of Jacob.
All right, Sounds of Jacob.
And there was a guest that left. There's another guest on right now.
Okay.
What was that?
All right, well,
I don't know. It just says guest.
Sounds of Jacob, you know, just keep watching.
He said shalom. So.
Say shalom to you, and the guest, was the guest leaving any positive comment?
Nah, this brother Sounds of Jacob was giving scriptures as we was going along. You know.
All right, good.
So.
All right, well, the guest, if you new to this truth,
keep watching.
Just keep watching. This is the truth. All right, and it's only for the Israelites. All right, so all you gotta do is just keep watching, and hopefully, if you're part of that, part of the elect or whatever, then hopefully the Lord will open up your mind to understand this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, so with that we say shalom.